Guys, Ghost EJ1 here. Today we are playing Jurassic World Evolution 2, and there will be a Battle Royale of 2 of every dinosaur in the game. And we will be watching the cutscenes of the dinosaurs I think would win. Let's get started. So first, let's watch the Allosaurus.
Every dinosaur that's recreated is important, but some also capture our imaginations. The Allosaurus is one such animal. It is believed that in its original environment, it was squarely at the top of the food chain. I'm interested to discover if that's true, given the opportunity.
And then let's release the Albertosaurus. After that, the Acrocanthosaurus. And then the Ankylosaurus. The 2 baryonyx. Fun fact, they were mainly found in England.
Okay, this is amazing. A baryonyx. These animals have very large claws on their first digit. This dinosaur also likes water, so take a moment to consider its needs when planning out a suitable habitat for it. The baryonyx
this
was originally
dinosaur
thought to be a
had
scavenger,
smaller arms
but
than the
now,
T-Rex.
with live animals to study, we can find out for sure.
Very surprising. And then the Compsognathus.
Well, what have we here? It's an Amargasaurus, according to the paperwork I have in front of me. Another interesting factoid. Its long neck meant it probably liked to feed on the taller branches of trees and such. At least that's what it says.
It's so small.
Guess we'll find out, huh?
I don't think anyone would dare to challenge it.
Now, stay with me. This dinosaur is called a Carcharodontosaurus. Talk about a mouthful, right? And seeing that this animal is an alpha predator, its mouth is usually full of the slow, the weak, and the inattentive. Hence the reason I'm not getting near it. You, on the other hand.
This massive specimen is called the Apatosaurus, an impressive animal that can intimidate even the most determined of predators. The Apatosaurus's evolutionary advantages are its size and its demeanor.
There was a lot of controversy about dinosaurs being the ancestors of modern-day birds before this one was introduced into the park. It's an Archaeornithomimus. I think it puts some of those arguments to rest.
Giganosaurus.
They call this the Ankylosaurus. I call it an armored ball of walking, breathing trouble. Still, some might call it charming, amusing, delightful. Each to their own.
Wow.
First discovered in China, the
Chunkingosaurus
has distinctive twin plates that run along its back. And it can swing its spiked tail, called a thagomizer, like a massive medieval mace. This is a dinosaur best observed at a distance.
And then the movie, Giganosaurus.
Now this dinosaur is something special. Well, they're all something special, but this one stands out because of the horns on top of its head. It's called Ceratosaurus. It kind of looks like a slightly smaller T-Rex, but its bite is probably about the same. This dinosaur is one of the earliest known animals, dating back to perhaps 216 million years ago. It's called Coelophysis. Their remains can be found scattered across the globe. But if people want to see a Coelophysis up close, this is the only place to do it.
This dinosaur, the Corythosaurus, is a duck-billed animal that looks like it's wearing a helmet. I mean, check that thing out. I wouldn't want to butt heads with it.
This dinosaur is really,
okay. What we have here is a Brachiosaurus. It has long limbs relative to the rest of its body. And what makes it really unique is that it's a warm-blooded
And then the
dinosaur.
2 Indoraptors.
I mean, how amazing is it that in bringing these dinosaurs back, we're also learning so much about them?
The Majungasaurus.
Another
This
massive
dinosaur
animal. The
was
Diplodocus
also
was once
known
considered the longest animal that
for
ever lived.
being
And now, thanks to our extensive research,
just
it's
really
back.
cruel.
My task
eating
is
its
to make
own
sure we learn
kind.
everything we can about this dinosaur. Your task is making sure these magnificent creatures can survive in the modern world.
Talk about the opposite of subtle. And I don't mean
These little
Owen.
things.
No, this is the Chasmosaurus. It has dynamic coloring and these large openings, called fenestrae, in a frill that
I
rises
don't even
above its
want to
head.
talk about that.
This is a dinosaur that says, "Look at me." So, maybe a little like Owen.
The Pyroraptor.
The Crichtonsaurus.
If these
Named
things
after
hunt
the
in
author,
packs,
Michael
they're
Crichton.
deadly.
Famous for his stories about infectious viruses, sentient nanobots, and also a novel on ancient
Scorpius
animals,
rex.
which I quite enjoyed.
It can poison
This is a social
anything with
dinosaur
its
that
tail.
does well in groups.
The quills in its tail.
I finally get it. I finally understand why people have a fear of the dark. Once you peer into the shadows and see a pair of Dimetrodon eyes staring back at you, well, you'll be having nightmares for years. That's if you're lucky enough to walk away, because
One
believe
of
me,
the 2
not everybody is. This is a Dilophocephalus, an herbivore and relatively harmless dinosaur, as long as you stay out of the way of the heavy club on its tail. If it swings that your way, you could be relatively finished.
This is my favorite dinosaur.
I was pretty relieved when I found out the Gigantoraptor wasn't actually some kind of gigantic velociraptor. That would have been a recipe for disaster. What we have here is actually more like an oversized oviraptor.
Some of these animals present a real test of our abilities. Take, for instance, this latest dinosaur, the Gallimimus. It's an opportunistic omnivore that does
Red and
best
black
in
on it.
groups. That alone
So cool.
isn't the problem, but the speed. Gallimimus is incredibly fast,
And
which
then
presents
the
special
Therizinosaurus.
challenges for the ranger teams tasked with monitoring them.
The Gigantosaurus you have here doesn't quite live up to its name. Don't get me wrong, it's big, but manageable. Just watch out for those shoulder blades. They'd ruin anyone's day.
The Velociraptor.
Interesting. And Edmontosaurus. This is an herbivore that can move on all
This
4
is
feet
the
or
female
go upright and walk
from
on its hindquarters.
2001.
We should
Jurassic
be able to
Park 3.
control and monitor this species more easily than some of the others. Use that to your advantage as you plan out the park.
Now, what we have here is a Herrerasaurus.
And then this
it's
is
a
the
carnivore
male
and
one
a spectacular addition
from
to our
Jurassic Park
dinosaurs.
3.
It just requires a little TLC.
This flat-headed dinosaur, the Homalocephale, can appear unassuming, and perhaps even cute to some. But let's
The
also stay on
Tyrannosaurus
top of the
Rex.
science. We can learn a lot from a little.
The Kentrosaurus is another of those spiky-backed dinosaurs. A dinosaur that relied on intimidation to keep the predators at bay. And failing that,
This
a difficult meal to catch and
version
chew.
of the
Think of it as
Tyrannosaurus
a
Rex
prehistoric porcupine.
is from
Let
the
me
Lost
introduce you
World.
to the Metriacanthosaurus. Say that fast 3 times. This is another alpha
And then
predator
I'm
that,
also
while
guessing
not as
that
big
this
as some
one's
of its
from the Lost
cousins,
World
tends to stand more
as well.
upright. So I guess it has good posture while it's tearing you to shreds.
Yep.
This animal, the
Fucking
Myosaura, is known as the good mother reptile because its fossils were first discovered in a nesting colony. And really, who doesn't love a good mother?
Okay, so this next dinosaur, the Parasaurolophus, has a flair for the dramatic, especially where its head is concerned. It has a distinctive cranial crest, which is used for added resonance in its vocalizations and to regulate its body
The
temperature.
tiger stripes on its face.
Okay,
So
what we have
cool.
here is a Nodosaurus. This dinosaur tends to be shy and likes to keep to itself. And it has a thick skin. Sort of the opposite of Owen.
And then let's just make them all fight. Dinosaur injuries on. They do starve. They do dehydrate. Dinosaur comfort on. Combat frequency normal. We want herbivores to fight as well. And then apply.
So the Pentaceratops here, it has 5 horns. 1 on the nose, 2 on the brows, and 2 extending out from its jugular bones. It seems excessive, but maybe it's necessary.
Dead dinosaur already?
Okay, this dinosaur is something special.
Spinosaurus.
Seriously, look at the size of this thing. It's called the Mamenchisaurus. This thing is one of the largest animals to ever walk the earth. And now, thanks to the wonders of genetic engineering, it's doing just that again.
Another dead one. The Majungasaurus killed.
If it is possible for a dinosaur to be both elegant and awkward at the same time, then the Muttaburrasaurus takes the prize.
Oh, a dinosaur
This is a
poisoned.
large herbivore that should make for an excellent addition to our collection.
That's a lot of dinosaurs fighting
Okay,
already.
even I have to admit that this next dinosaur is impressive. The Spinosaurus is perhaps the largest of carnivores. Of course, I'll never get close enough to one to see for myself, but that's why I have you.
This duck-billed
Scorpius
dinosaur
Rex
is
versus
an
Scorpius
Alorititan.
Rex.
It was one of the last non-avian dinosaurs to go extinct. Until we resurrected it, that is. Now it lives to be studied and put on display. The Alorititan is a herbivore. As it grinds away its teeth while eating, it has hundreds more that continually take their place. There's a lesson in there somewhere.
From who?
This is the Polacanthus, and it's covered in armor plates and spikes. Mess with this animal
And the
at your own
Spinosaurus has
risk.
killed a Stego.
The
And the
Changosaurus.
Sinoceratops
Neat.
has
Really
been
great that
killed
we're
by a
bringing back all
Stego.
these fast, hungry predators. Even better that I get to stay in the office with locks on the doors.
That's a lot.
Do you see any resemblance between the Nasutoceratops and modern-day cattle? Look closely at the horns and their relation to the eyes.
The Albertosaur.
It's clear to me that as we bring these animals back to
Albertosaur?
life, the connections between the past and the present sharpen, and along with it, our understanding.
Carcharodontosaurus.
This is what my science is all about.
Baryonyx.
Right, the Sinoceratops, an herbivore that shares many traits with its more famous cousin, the Triceratops. This is a docile animal that you could make into a solid favorite with a little effort. Of course, we're all expecting more than a little effort, but I'm sure you get what I mean.
This one's more my speed. The Ouranosaurus is named after the Arabic word for courage, which is kind of my thing. This dinosaur is easy to care for and really only wants a comfortable place to eat and rest.
Just wow.
And to be left alone. Sound like anyone you know?
You successfully introduced a new dinosaur, a Proceratosaurus. This animal is instantly recognizable by the colorful crest on its snout. While smaller in stature than some of the other predators, it is not a dinosaur to be taken lightly, let me tell you.
Here I was, trying to decide whether or not introducing a Tarbosaurus was really a good idea, but I guess it doesn't matter now. It's all in your hands.
This is the Pachycephalosaurus, or thick-headed lizard in Greek, which is where it gets its name. Claire has accused me of being this dinosaur more than a few times. It's also an herbivore, so Obviously, she couldn't be more wrong. About me, I mean.
This isn't a diplodocus.
There's certainly something special about this one. Je ne sais quoi. It's a pyroraptor. Had it not been for a forest fire sweeping through southern France, our little feathered friend here may have gone undiscovered. And my life insurance would be just that little bit cheaper.
Decades of scientific innovation have made this very moment possible.
Where's the Indominus
Paleocuration is rarely straightforward, but is always immensely rewarding. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome the Stegosaurus.
Troodon.
Before I got into the paleocuration game, even I knew of the Stegosaurus. Those plates running along its length from head to tail make it one of the most iconic dinosaurs. Our guests are gonna want to see it, so make sure you do right by this animal.
Look at an ostrich or emu, then look at this latest dinosaur, the Struthiomimus, and tell me you don't see a connection. This is one of the more bird-like dinosaurs that we've brought back from extinction. It literally has a beak instead of teeth. It's an herbivore that prefers to move in herds. Overall, a fantastic addition to the park.
Where is the Indominus Rex? Oh, it's here.
Here we have the Torosaurus, a dinosaur that has the largest skull of any known land animal. And people say I have a big head.
175.
This dinosaur, the Styracosaurus, has huge horns and a large spike similar to a rhinoceros.
1875.
It also has the personality to match. It's an herbivore and uses those horns and a beak to break into even the toughest of plants.
Let's go in first person to watch. Oh, and the Indominus Rex runs away.
There isn't a more iconic dinosaur than the T-Rex. Even people who don't know the difference between herbivore and carnivore know all about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And when you see her up close, feel her gaze, you understand why the T-Rex was the ruler of the Cretaceous period.
It's killing for sport.
Aha! This one takes us back to prehistoric Utah. I definitely wouldn't want to meet this raptor out on a camping trip, would you, huh? Because if it's distant relatives or anything to go by, the Utah raptor will make a meal of anything it can get its claws on. Now, here's a funny little dinosaur. Correction, a pretty decent-sized one, if the truth be told. It's called a Centausaurus. The T is silent, like the P in swimming. Yeah, and it has a mohawk. At least, that's what I'd call it.
Death is inevitable for all creatures, but we lose more with a dinosaur. In science, and in our investment. The loss is incalculable. Do I want the dinosaurs to fight? No. But do they want to fight?
Yes.
For some, it is what they were born for, what they live for, and what they're willing to die for. That is a purity that few humans have.
The Brachiosaurus from Jurassic Park. Surprised this one's still alive. Stratosaurus is on low health. Oh, you're dead. Ooh. Indominus Rex and the Brontosaurus. The Brontosaurus might win this. Oh, the white Indoraptor wins against Cognator. Indoraptor and Iguanodon. And that's that gone. Ooh, who's gonna win?
The MVU scan confirms what I thought.
The
This dinosaur has a broken
wins.
claw. It shouldn't be anything to get too worried about, but it could get worse. Maybe even ingrown, which would be painful. So, let's keep an eye on it.
Taurosaurus. The Indominus Rex has a concussion. Herbivore versus herbivore. Indominus. Oh. Oh, jeez. Wait, there's 3? No, there's 2. And the Indominus Rex is 1. Pyroraptor has an ingrown claw. Don't see one though. The Europe version of an Ankylosaurus. Who's gonna win? 87 health, 30. Wow. Just wow. Ooh, Indoraptor versus Giganotosaurus. $72, 100. The Taurosaurus might go down. Oh, there's another fight here. Never mind. Oh, damn. Oh no, an Indoraptor died. From what? An iguana? Oh yeah. The iguanodon. Oh, and that's that gone. That was quick. The Timu Brachiosaur. I'm voting on this guy to win. %28 health, 88. Oh, and he wins once again. Well, damn. There's not many. Never mind, there is. Ceratosaurus versus the Giganotosaurus. 53 health, 100. Ooh, 6% health. Indoraptor versus Therizinosaurus versus T-Rex. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, that's brutal. Dead in one bite. Stego versus Majungasaurus. The Majungasaurus is losing. Jeez. I wonder how the Compsognathus, those little guys, are doing. Oh, when the Giganotosaurus is down. And again, herbivore v herbivore. Who's he next gonna kill? Oh, I need to see this in first person. Ooh, the Carcharodontosaurus versus the Baryonyx. Oh. Oh look, a dinosaur's finally reached over here. Dilophosaur versus Dilophosaur. Oh! $76. Deco and Majunga. Indominus. Oh, I think the Indominus Rex might lose. I don't know, can it block? Oh, the Indominus Rex has lost.
According to the veterinary unit, this dinosaur has suffered a concussion. Evaluate its status and let's see what can be determined.
Oh. And that's one of the Indominus Rexes gone. Pyroraptor versus Velociraptor. Let's try and see the ingrown claw now. Nope, I don't see one. The Dreadnoughtus. I wonder where the Scorpius Rexes are. That's not a Brachio. Yes. No. Where are they? Oh. Troodon and Velociraptor. Oh. Just like that. Indoraptor has killed another. Indominus Rex versus this guy again. Oh no! Well, it's safe to say that the Indominus Rex has lost this battle. Pyroraptor and Velociraptor. been a bit quiet lately. There's no dinosaurs fighting at the moment. And this will be the end of part 1 for now. I will see you guys later. Bye.